up the bomb to make a couple to just kick up and jump. And you lit up the gun to make your body get up and jump. Good morning, everybody. Well, good afternoon. It's not morning. Good afternoon, everyone. So some of this video I have me being seen and some of it I won't because I've been having a weird 2-eye day. But sometimes when it's just like that, I just let it rest itself. So I don't use it to read anything. I'm not going to use it for any of that if it starts acting up. But, my goodness, I'm kind of glad these last 2 days my eyes have been bad because they make my ears work better, put another sense up. My other senses have to work better. And my goodness, guys, let me tell you something. Ooh, it's been a lot. But I see Miss Amber just got done going live, and it's so funny because great minds think alike. Yesterday, earlier in the day, I was told by Rio that he was going to go live. He actually called. I spoke with him. And that he was going to go live and how he felt about some things. I told him I'll come been through there, check it out, and I felt like, hey, if it was something I need to come up and speak, I would. If not, I was still just going to come and watch just to hear what he was saying. So I end up going on Terry Lynn's maybe a little bit before 10:30. And he was starting at 10:30. So I missed the beginning. I have to go back and watch the beginning. But when I came on, he was speaking about Terry Lynn. And like I said, once again, when we speak real, and I said this to him, nothing behind anybody's back. I told him sometimes in your delivery or the words you're using, people are going to miss everything. Hey, Maria, people are going to miss the points with all the disrespect. So, sometimes I know that. So sometimes I have to listen to him and then I have to filter out the name calling or something just so I can hear what he's saying. So, like I said, I came in, he was in the middle of talking about Terry Lynn. I listened, you know what I mean? And even as I've listened to him in these last couple of lives speak on Terry Lynn, I'm sorry, y'all, my eyes just keep on. I call it leaking. But when I saw, hey, Barbara. Oh, that's good. It's a beautiful day out here. It is. The sun is shining. We had rain for a couple of days. The last 2 days have been really, really nice. But they've also been a lot on my eyes because my eyes adjust to every light. So anytime the light switches, changes, it just adjusts. So it's been a hard 2 days for my eyes. But yeah, so I heard him speaking of that. But what really caught my attention is when he got to John Yates and Brooke. Now, I got no dogs in anything, and I've said it once and I'll say it again. When it comes to Yates, I feel like more people have put him to this messiah. So he's the make or break of something. I just see him as a YouTube creator who's been in a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Whether it was brought to him or he brought it. That's how I feel. Nothing's changed on that. As far as Brooke is concerned, I just really was introduced to her, and I don't have a problem with her, good or bad. And I hope if it's some shit she's in or whatever, I hope she sees what she needs to do to better her, or if she's fine with a stick in it. That's how I feel. I truly do. So everything I feel or think is based on what my energy is getting off of something. So I made a statement probably 2 weeks ago that some people are gonna ruin themselves. You know what I mean? Just give them long enough time and they will. And like I said, then I don't use the statement anymore. Give them a rope and they'll hang themselves because they'll ruin themselves. Period. That's all I need to say. So let's get back to it. So there were several things he said in that section that stood out to me. One was that in his text, he's telling John, hey, I can't even understand what you're saying because you got all these circles. I can't read it. But that's not Terry Lynn's number. That stood out to me. What stood out to me was how much he showed that he had been texting him, but he hadn't responded. But then suddenly he needed him and he was responding. Another thing that he said, and that it really stuck out to me, was that John Yates was calling out his name like, Rio, come up here and tell your story what Terry Lynn did to you and about the text messages and tell your story and tell your story. And he said he was right in the background. that Brooke had already sent him the link and he was in the background, and that after being sent the link, he was told he couldn't come up, which is weird. But then it led me back to thinking about, hey, Susan. Hey, Susan. Hey, Lady Godiva. What it led me back to was thinking about the day I was introduced to Lily and how I was how she was worked up and how she felt. I felt for her. You know what I mean? Then when I was watching her and seeing she had like this sense of humor, I thought, man, this funny chick, this funny girl, lady, woman, whatever. And somebody made her feel like that. So I was really like, oh man, rooting for her or whatever. And so because I go to some of the same channels that she was friends with these people, I would see her a lot. You know what I mean? So no problems. But then I thought, you got into it with Rhea when he disrespected you on IG. And I heard the thing. He was real in it. Yeah, he was giving a real moment. He knows I say that to him. There's no shade out here. But I noticed that when she admitted she sent him a message, I started wondering when. Because you swore that day you all got into it on IG, that you just met him. You didn't even know who he was. So I know you didn't send it before then. So you must have sent it after then. Okay, so I leave that there. Because see, one thing about a mess is it's a 5,000 piece puzzle. And just when you think you got every piece, you realize there's a piece missing. Somebody didn't put it back in the box. And sometimes you find that piece. Oh, just found that under the couch. That must go to that puzzle. So keep the puzzle together so you can always put those pieces that's missing in it. And that's what I've done with this. So I said, that's kind of random. So when he's saying that, I'm thinking, why would they send him a link to come up and work with them or whatever, but then refuse to let him up? Then he even said that they were telling him to chat in the, comment in the chat. But we all know he's banned from YouTube, so we know he's not commenting in the chat. We know that. And we know that the only times we've seen him on YouTube is when he's been brought up. So I said, this is kind of weird. All of these things aren't adding up. And that's when I knew it was a full-fledged setup. So even if we can bring out other wrongs that were done, the biggest wrong that's leading us to all these wrongs started from a conspiracy. It started from a setup. So I really could care less who it's being done to. That's a wrong way to move. You know what I mean? Period. So when I saw that last night, hey, I hit him at the end of it and said, hey, I just checked out your thing. I wanted to come up. But I don't have a Twitch account. So I was like, I'd had to set up one just to come up and speak. So by the time I was even thinking about setting it up, he was ending his live. And so once again, I spoke with him. I told him I was going to do this today. I had no idea Amber was going to bring it up on her channel first, but hey, great minds think alike. And I truly told him, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to speak on this because it's a piece to the puzzle that they weren't expecting to come out. Whoever they is, you know what I mean? Take the they where it fit, like Cinderella, if the shoe fit, wear it, And so I said, that's kind of shady. But one of the things that I've seen go around this YouTube thing, Yates guilty of it, several are, is this whole, the same I was against, because I even told Real, I said, well, in my eyes, a few people using you. Because see, I watched Moon stand so strong with Sunshinery that I was like, damn, talk about sisterhood. Like, I understand, because I always tell him, like, hey, I'm never co-signing to all that bitches and all that. I'm not co-signing to it. I'm not. And, and I understand some people are unfiltered. Shoot, I've been at times so unfiltered that if you would just listen to the bad things coming out of my mouth, you probably wouldn't even get the message. So I've learned how to speak. You know what I mean? Learn how to communicate. And so I told Real, I said, a lot of things that you've said over the past, because you said them wrong, no one's seen. But lately, I've seen some of those things come out. I've seen some of the same people you were talking about then, and we were all saying, oh, that must be a lie. He's making that up. That could have never happened. We're finding out that was the truth. And I know that around here, it's a lot of messages, secret groups. I always speak on that. That's no secret. And one thing you got to know about a secret is it holds a secret. And the secret is almost like a lie. You know what I mean? Sometimes because of this secret, I got to lie to keep it up. So I'm not with any of those things, and I'm sure it's a billion things that could come out of what's went on in these groups. So let's push that to the side because that deflects you from the main purpose. The main thing of this subject, of this whole situation that started it, was invasion of privacy, teaming together for the downfall, diminishing, degrading people. And now everybody's doing it. Now everybody's just like, hold on, well, I'm going to take you down too, and I'm going to do this, and come on, hold on, let's one fire at a time. So I'm only on this fire. So when I saw his live last night, no, she didn't. She never did. I've been subscribed to Sunshine Reese since the first time Real disrespected her name. Never unsubscribed. Never dissed her. Never anything. I'm never with that. I don't agree it was good what was done. And you, Marie, I just don't agree with any of that shit. I don't agree what was done with Josh. And I've said that to him. The time that me and him got into it was when I asked him, hey, won't you leave these white women alone? So, like I said, I could tell you all the wrongs, but right now I'm speaking on in all those wrongs, here goes a fact we're not going to listen to because of all the wrongs. No, I can still hear it. I can still hear it. You know, that's even the police. Some of the people they getting information from are straight druggies off the street. But they got a piece you're never going to get from nobody else because they were there or they heard it or whatever. So he showed his proof. And he called them out to say, hey, come up here and explain it. Tell me what's going on. Hey, he even sent a message to Brooke and said, from here on out, let John speak to me. Don't come with the messages for him. And then he sent it to him. Hey, don't, come to me, speak to me. Stop sending other people. And so on here, on YouTube, it's a lot of using. Oh, you was my enemy, but now that we got the same enemy, we homies. True story. One of my over 20-year friends shanked me so bad, not literally, in my back, that to think about it still hurt. But you know what I've never done on the internet, on the phone, in this world? Sat on a bash campaign on them. I didn't go and tell people things I've been knew for years that they had said, and I'm just throwing it out now because I want to hurt you like I'm hurt. I just don't do that kind of stuff, period. I don't. I don't. I thought the same thing when one day I'm looking up, see what Moon got a whole, please protect Maria. I love Maria. Then the next thing, Maria's the worst person she ever heard. Because I'm a true believer that if you're saying it now, you was thinking it then. And you were just waiting for the day. So that's with anybody. So in this, it's saying, oh, y'all, hey, go on over there and get up on that Twitch. Hey, don't. No. That's not what I'm saying. But I have to give the credit to who it came from. Who said it. Who showed it. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Once again, see, that's why I said with so many fires, there's only something you can put out. But I've been stated that. I have respect for you, Maria, for the simple fact that I didn't think you should be disrespected like that. I didn't know nothing about you, good or bad. And no matter what I've heard, I didn't change anything. You understand? Because I don't get into that shit. Let me tell you something. I believe everything I see with my own eyes. And I believe 50% of what I hear with my ears. You understand? You know why? Because I watch stories change. I watch the same people who told me A, told me C, and forgot that I knew B. So I don't agree. I don't agree with 90% of what half of the people on here are doing. But I'm nobody mama, nobody father. But I know with stuff like people coming to your house and invading you. I know with stuff like throwing out people's names. I don't care if you're saying they're on meth, crack, heroin. I don't care what drug you're picking. It's wrong. I think talking about women's essay and degrading them is wrong. I think giving out people's information and their addresses is wrong. I don't care who's doing it. I don't. But I find it real funny that Red is public enemy number one until somebody need them. Need them to snap. Need them to go off. Need them to go overboard. Need them to take this down. Need them for something. So no, I don't agree with any of that. And you look, you could rewind back to the beginning of me before I even was on here and go back into his comments, go back into when I was still a subscriber and I came on his channel and I told him I subscribed to Real a month before he even ended, maybe two. But I used to tell him I can't subscribe to a full mess. But here's the thing, most of these channels are full messes. They are built on the demise of another person. They are built on, I can't let go of what happened, and until everyone agrees with me, I won't stop. So trust and believe me. I'll tell them, and please, and on some real, hey, you bogus as hell. You wrong as hell. When he first dissed AT2, I came out and I told him he was completely wrong. And that when he thought he was just offended one, he offended a whole group. I definitely said that. When he was going with the word CB, I told him it was wrong. Even though I know that word C, that cracker word, comes from the one who struck the whip on us in slavery. And I still said it was wrong because he ain't talking to no slave owners, is he? Is he? Because then I don't care about the word being used. But I even told him that's wrong. When he talked to me, I say, hey, bro, that's wrong. And matter of fact, I thought it was so wrong that when the lives would get to that, I'd literally cut him off. And whoever he was talking about, I definitely was on their side. Because that's how real I am. Hey, he came on and he had said, not another cop wife, was raising everything else. Didn't even believe him. Every time I saw her in the chat, I gave her nothing but respect. And a couple of months later, I hear somebody else saying the same thing. So, no, I never think any of that's right. I never will. I never will. My soul can't sit in that kind of stuff, period. Maria's never done anything to me. Ever. 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 I have nothing against Maria. I got nothing against Ann. I got nothing against. Like I said, let me tell you something. Against is a big deal. Got something against you? But see, in here, because we all think childish sometimes, you think because someone is somewhere, that means that they're against everything. No, it doesn't. Through thy get and I get understanding. Through my get, thy get and I get understanding. Because to tell you the truth, when I heard real name keep coming out of his mouth, I thought, wow, real is really teaming up with him like that? Maybe he is. Okay, whatever. Let's see what he says. Because what I knew is if real was going to say it was Terry Lynn, he was going to say it. I knew that. I knew that. Exactly. For myself. That's the only way I move. That's the only way I move. You're not going to catch me disrespecting you. You're not. You're not. Unless I'm directly telling you. But I'm just not. That's not what I'm on. There's so much energy we could put out. But like I said, I was just pointing out those things about his life that stood out to me a lot. Like what's that, Maria? I never liked it. Him calling cute. I never liked any of that. Never. And I even said to you, if I had something against you, it'd never be because you're cute. So I'm not that person. I'm more developed in my brain. I more have understanding on how to move for myself. And I know that in reality, I'm only responsible for the actions in which I do. In which I do. But like I said, I still support Sunshinery. And I'm still, I'm not in every single chat, but I'm still in her chats when people aren't there to support her when she ain't talking about mess because she don't be messy. Because see, some people around here, I'm only there when you on the mess or talking about my enemy. But some of these people I've met through the BS, I support because I support. You know what I mean? So I'm there because I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, and I'm never on a narrative about what somebody said about you. I don't care about that stuff. I don't, please. Because here's the reality. 89% of us don't even really know each other. You know what someone's giving you. So for me to believe someone is just dogging you, I can't. But I can keep watching you and say, wait a minute, the common denominator is you. The common denominator is you. I can do that. Yes, it is a big mess. Hey, Dana. Hey, Kenlin. It is a big mess. And there's so many people unheard that they are screaming everywhere they go so we can hear them. So we can hear them, so we can know that it's wrong. And I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. I know it's so wrong. And sometimes you don't even want to speak on it because now, just because you speak on it, someone's going to take one piece and decide that is everything, or take that you did one thing, or you went to one place, or you whatever. But if that was the case, there's a lot of people here we shouldn't mess with, because once upon a time, the same people you're telling me not to like, you were all in their ass. So what made you in their ass? Because half the stuff we talking about these people was before. That's with anybody. So like I said, I never look at stuff like that. Hey, Sarah. I never. And that's how it should. You know what? Like I said, so you wish. I mean, like I said, this last couple of days has been a lot. No, stop. Let's stop lying. Last couple of days, my ass. Since the pandemic, there's been a pandemic on YouTube. And that pandemic is pain, hurt, misery, destruction. That's it. And jealousy, envy, ENVY, envy everywhere. Envy. I have literally, in the last 10 months, this is why I say you don't even want to say anything. I'm talking about even before I was a content, because I became a content creator in October of 2021. But I've literally, in the last 10 months, had people just come to you and you didn't even do anything. You didn't say something messy, but here they come. It's all messy. It's all messy. It's all, okay, girl, today you telling me this. We're all laughing at them. Then in a couple of months when we enemies, I'm taking the same shit I was laughing and holding on to and telling you how I want to save you and let you know what's going on. I don't want to save you. That's not what saviors do. When I care about somebody, I can't sit on it 24 hours. I'm tossing, I'm turning, thinking, how am I going to hold this and call myself a friend? That's what I told you. We throwing the word friend around on here too much too. That's why people questioning friends, because we keep saying what friends are doing. This is stuff friends wouldn't do. If somebody told me, man, my friend of 30 years slept with my husband, I'm going to say that was never your friend. I tell young people all the time, some of you all are sitting with your killer and don't even realize it, because it's going to be something that they're going to say with their mouth that might get you in some trouble. It's going to be something they're going to do in their life, and you might be with them and end up in that same trouble. Or it might be the jealousy that they hold for you for years that they end up being your demise. So trust me, I definitely don't get down with none of that. None of it. But here's something you'll never have. We could get into it tomorrow. I'm not coming to tell you nothing I didn't say already. Period. I'm not coming to bring out the emails and the text and the instant message. None of that. And since I listen to every detail when I'm going to speak about something, I can actually talk about it without playing your shit. And I have a right to do that. I have a right to. It's so funny that if you try to do anything that is like maybe not negative or unbiased or unsided, or, you know what I mean? I can't be swayed. Like I'm going to state this 1,000 times to you all. This is true gang mentality. This is not mob gang. At least a mob is going to do something. This is gang mentality at its finest. And not even good gang. Am I frozen? Am I coming up frozen? But yeah, so like I said, it's a lot of that going on. And I feel bad. Maria, I feel bad for you. I've been feeling bad for you on how you're being done. Does that mean if somebody came up and told me something you did, I would stop feeling bad for you? I wouldn't. Because they didn't give me permission to feel bad, so they can't give me permission to stop. They didn't give me permission to care, so they can't give me permission to stop. Did no one give me permission to push subscribe on anybody's channel, so they cannot make me unsubscribe? Didn't no one give me permission to speak, so they cannot silence me? And I know how I can't be in no mess. So, like I said, that's what you'll never get out of me. You'll never have that. Oh, we got into it, Daddy. Hold on, let me take you back to when she was doing this and she was acting like she was. No, you wasn't. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Hold on. Sorry, y'all know I'm always trying to read it on the computer. So I don't think making fun of people's ailments and weaknesses and disabilities is funny. And health, period. I don't know who MV is. I don't know him personally, but I know when he said something about his whole, I don't care how he did, if he outed or whatever, it took me all the way back to my whole father passed away like that. I don't think it's a joke. And I told y'all a story of how a young man thought he'd walk in a room and throw that against me. But he didn't. He taught me how to fight for my father and fight for others like that. So please, please, I've been beyond being gullible, naive, or a flunky or follower. You know what I mean? I didn't even like to play Simon Says because I felt like somebody was telling me what to do. Please, I don't think like that. I'm bigger than that. Okay, so let's see. Because, I got to read what people saying. I got to see what you're saying. Okay, Sarah Z, it's all messy and it's too much. I see you are very upset by all this BS. I can tell your demeanor is different, and I hate how these people make us feel. I gotta go listen to something too funny. Hey, listen, you know why I'm upset? I'm upset because so many people are hurt and feel untrusted that even when you come from a safe place, it's hard to know. It's hard to know because trust is being betrayed daily. So it's almost like, why would you care? So I understand it, and that's just upsetting because more people lose than win in that. It's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. Even when I've come on anyone's channel, ever in the time, even when I was a subscriber, the mess is not what I'm with. It's not. I'm a, hey, good morning, crazy cat woman. Hey, Triple A. Hey, Heidi. But yeah, I'm like, Heidi, you call me. You had why? I don't say it too loud. But no, so like I said, it's just because it gets overwhelming. It gets overwhelming. It's like, dang, we are just fighting all these wars with no end. But I just had to say that, oh yeah, when I heard those take that part from him, I thought, this is definitely a setup. So whoever it was on, I'd be still sitting here saying this. I would. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to see something better. So even if I can't make any adult do anything better, I can. Yeah, and you wonder who to trust. So then when people come on, they wonder if you got something against them, or is it this, or could you be on that? Are you doing this for team this? I'm doing this for team win. For team win. I represent myself everywhere I go. And when you change the inflections in my voice, it's because it's getting realer. And so I got to get 100% real with you and say like, all you're going to do, some people think all these subscribers are leaving because you said so or this and that. They leave it because they're tired, because they're exhausted. Sometimes I'm reading a chat and I'm saying, wait, my grandbaby in the hospital. I lost my husband. I just lost my child. I'm homeless. I didn't eat. And suddenly the other stuff seems small. It does. It just seems small. And if you really want change, it starts in you. I keep stating that it's all in you. I can't be sitting up telling somebody, well, I don't play doing this, but then I do it. And then every time I do it, I'm justifying it. Because like I said, when you really want to change, the only person you're addressing is when you did it. When I'm knocking who did some crazy stuff in my life, I'm telling you what I did. So yeah, so no, I just got a little upset in my spirit because please never think I was okay with what was done or what was said about Sunshine or any of the women it was said about. Or even the men, because there were men emasculated and down because of their sexual preference or the thought of their sexual preference too. It's still wrong. It's still wrong. And see, I like a person that's wrong that I can actually sit and hold a conversation and tell you you're wrong and you listen about you and not tell me about somebody else. And when I speak to Real, he's not telling me, well, what about when Pookie did it? Did you call up Pookie and tell me how that relationship with Pookie? So when I come in, what up, old school Patricia? What up, sis? So when I come in the building, I'm going to give you the same. I'm not here for the downfall. I don't want to see none of us losing. I don't know one person came on here to lose. Came on here to get some more enemies and have people stalking my crib. Came on here to wonder about if the safety of my life is in jeopardy. No, who came on here for that? I could do that in the world. I didn't come on here to do that. So like I said, so these last couple of days have been a lot, these last couple of years. Because like I said, here's the truth. Danielle Robinson would not be a creator had it not been so much bullshit on the YouTube. And that people were trying to stand up and then they were falling back down and getting knocked all down and stepped all over. People were calling themselves building relationships and having a conversation like you would kiki with your girlfriend, but really it wasn't your girlfriend. It was your enemy. It was your enemy. And so I just said, oh, this is getting overwhelming. This is getting just to be like way too much. You know, people's kids, deceased loved ones, it's just too much. It's too much. And I tell y'all all the time, AG5, I know at the end, the ones we hurt is the generation behind us. We hurt in our own families. Because remember this, if my family see me in all this mess and I'm always in some drama on the internet, they not questioning the other people. They wondering what's wrong with me. So it's not helping us. It's not. So I came to bring a different energy to prove that you can watch something or see something or listen to something or learn from something, get information out of something. And I'm not in team, click, nothing. I'm going to respect you till you're not respecting me. And when you're not respecting me, I'm just not rocking with you, period. I'm in team that here, if I watch your video, whatever with you, I hit the like button. And if you're a content creator, just go look in your analytics and you'll see I was there. It wasn't hidden. It's that. If I want to speak on something that happened in somebody's life, I'm going to. And also, if I'm going to speak on something that happened in somebody's life, I don't even need to play your video. Because like most of us, when I was watching it, I already had thoughts and broke it down. And me, because I do have ADD and stuff, sometimes I got to watch it 2-3 times before I even speak about it. In case I missed something. Because sometimes I know when you hear one thing, you so caught in that part that you miss what was next. It's just like if you're watching a funny movie and you start laughing, I might miss the joke after the one I thought was so funny. And then one day, but I didn't even notice he said that. I didn't know he said that. You know why? Because I was so busy laughing. So, I mean, come on. But for me, like I said, I just come on here to represent what I'm going to do and how I'm going to be. Period. So even if you have a live, if I was in that team with you, if I was on a support, and if I'm still subscribed to you, sometimes I might just come to the live and think, hey, it's not my cup of tea, but I come through and I'm going to rock that thing out in your comments with hearts because I am sending love. I'm sending love for real. Because dark, I have you dark everywhere. Thank you, Susan Bonnie. Yeah, but like I said, so all I know is, you know, what's fun. So I even take breaks to get myself into something fun. And that's what I tell you all. That sometimes I even came on Terry Lynn's this morning, said, baby, get some rest. Because that's what I care about. I don't care if you want to do it 24/17. I just want to make sure, because like I said, I have eye problem. I deal with my own mental health. And the less sleep my body gets, the more the bad things in my body take over me. So in caring, I'm going to tell any of us that. I'm not here for the down. Man, pain don't help nobody. The more people in pain, the more this world going to suffer. And I know that. I know that. Sure. So like I said, I definitely not on that. I don't need to be told what was bad. I'm going to remember some stuff people not going to remember. And some of y'all can go play the video from 7-8 months ago, and I'm going to think I never forgot about that. But I'm also going to remember there's parts in that video we need to play too, because they fit with it. It's not just 2 minutes in a 7-hour, 6-hour, 5-hour, 2-hour video. It's not 2 minutes. There's other context in that conversation that we need to put in this. So that's just how I think. But no, I'm not with any of that. I'm with peace. And like I said, when I'm with peace, does that mean you don't know what's going on? Because I'm with peace, does that mean that you don't have an opinion? Because I'm because I'm with peace, I don't get upset. I'm only human. I don't know what y'all made of. I'm made of flesh. And you know what makes the flesh feel? What you know, what you've been through, what you did. And I'm tired of trigger warnings. I'm ready to put safeties on. Can we put some safeties on? You know what I mean? Can we put this on safety? Can we put that gun on safety? Please? And let it protect us, fine. But when it's triggering us, it's not protecting us. It's not. When I'm doing what hurt me, no one's ever going to hear me. Especially if I'm still standing in the justification of what I did. That's human nature. I mean, that's just what people going to do. But for me, like I said, I wanted to come on because I did tell me I said I was going to speak on that. Was I going to speak on the bad things he said about people? Hell no. Was I going to pump that up to give it more fire? Hell no. Because here's one thing we already know. That mouth can get vicious. It's unfiltered, uncut. We know it. He know it. He know it. He found people's Achilles heel and he went cutting into it. Could I verbal bash with him if I wanted to? I sure could. And could I walk out and no matter what he said with the same feelings I had before? Sure could. But what would I do that for? Where would I help him? Where would I stop? Because just because I'm strong enough don't mean everybody else is. And I told you all, I know the power of words. And some of us want everybody else to pay for the words they said and don't realize the ones we said. And that's anybody. That's in life, on this computer, at your job. So we just got to be, conscious of yourself. You have to speak. You have to do what it is you believe in and what you're out there saying. And that's what I can honestly say I'm doing. And not just on the tube. Because just like I said, if people living like this and doing like this on the tube, I know what you're doing in the real world. You the type to get somebody whole job took because you decided I know how these people gonna move. And they can't tell me different. So, but it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. And sometimes the stance you have to take is being able how to know how to just be still. Just be still. Because what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. And when a whole bunch of shady mofos is getting up together, trust. They're going to take each other all down. You don't got to do nothing. I'm not going to falsely accuse nobody of something. I'm not going to say something when in my heart I don't believe it or there's no proof. And some people are like, what's the proof? The proof is we've seen it. We've heard it. Like I said, I'm not the only person who watched some of this stuff over and over. Because I'm like, wait, did I just hear what I thought I heard? And then sometimes you got to go to the other one. And if you take it, you can piece it all together and get the real story. Like I said, this puzzle, the pieces are everywhere. The pieces are everywhere. And then some pieces people have tried to destroy. Because we're dealing with a bunch of shady boots, it's already somebody who copied it. But remember, this is the internet. Once you put it out, it's out there. It's out there forever. Forever, ever. And when you change it, it's still out there. But let it be your reminder and your guide to be better. Because that's the only person you're responsible for. I never understand that. I never understand the contacting people's family. Like I said, none of this makes sense. So like I said, I could name you the top 10 things on YouTube got me on here. And they all going to be the same thing. And the worst part is some of the same players for the last 2 years are the only names I hear. Period. I don't care. I don't care who else was added. I don't care who else was subtracted. There's some main parties. And they teaching you, the puppet masters, on how to act a zip down fool in social media. How to be the biggest, the wrong thing out here ever. How to bring more hate to a world that is so already divided. I've heard racial slurs. Like I said, racial slurs, attacks, doxing. Oh, man, the FBI, everybody got a lawyer. The things I have heard. Dissing people's children. doxing people's children, grown or children, disrespecting the deceased. I mean, like I said, things that make my heart hurt. And like I said, I could tell you a story that I could tell you stories that would make me justify coming out here and acting just like that. Not because y'all did it, but just because the world is like that. And I'm in here standing in something different. In something completely different. I see people 1 minute, I'm enjoying them together. Then the next minute, I'm watching them destroy. And I know how some people feel because years ago, I feel like they're like, I don't know whose side should I be on? Who's wrong? Who's right? That's for them to decide. What I'm going to decide off of their wrongs and right, what wrongs I'm never going to do, and what rights I'm going to keep standing in. And that's it. That's it. I think the other stuff, me needing to put your name in a title so everybody could know, no. Because I really want to discuss it. I don't have time for your whole fan base and your whole army of goofies to come over here and just give me whatever. I really don't have time for that. I don't. Because then once again, we deflect them. And that's all we do around here is deflect. Deflect. Sassy nerd girl in here. Hey, sis. Hey, KT. See, look at, I got to keep an eye. Like I told you all. And like I said, it's just really the sun. It's very bright. Inside, there's so many different elements with these lights. The bathroom light is different than the lights in the living room. This light is different. This got more windows in the room. Yeah. Don't get me started. Wait, what? Susan, wait. I'm trying to see what are these messages being deleted. Oh, Susan, I think you accidentally deleted. I'm sorry, G5. Yeah, I think that was an accident. Susan might be working and doing. Because I know she's not blocking things like hello. Hey, girl, how you doing? Block that. We don't say hello. That's Morse code. But yeah, so like I said, sorry about that. I think so. Right, it was G5. It was G5 and Heidi. I said, wait, what did they say? Let me check out what they're saying. I said, wait, hello? I knew it, Susan. We already knew. Because like I said, really in here, how you get blocked is, I mean, you'd have to truly be disrespectful. It's not for speaking your mind. It's not for saying, your opinion on something. It's not even for saying, hey, I'm upset, I'm hurt. That's not, no, it's not that. There's no teams up in here. Like I said, this is a kingdom. And anybody who know anything about royalty, it's not just one royal family. Period. Several. So in here, everybody's royal. And in here, everybody, no matter what mistakes you made or you've done in the world, on YouTube, whatever, put the crown on when you come in here. And trust you'll be treated like you wear it. I would guarantee you that. I would guarantee you that. That's for everybody. And I'm a strong believer. I've had to move around in the real world where your enemies might live in your neighborhood. Forget doxing you. They know where you live because you live around the corner. But you know how to move. So I could be in the same place with you and it not affect me. Period. I've had people, like I said, that I ran with, and when it was all said and done, I didn't tell my kids, hey, when you see they shorties, jump on them, knock their wig back, because they mama make me sick. Hell no. And I didn't tell my children, let me catch you disrespecting them, and you gonna have a problem with me. Because one, I don't even need you to fight my battles. And two, I'm never putting you in my business like that. Oh, that's okay. We said, wait, what's Susan over here doing? Say, we got a block party. Like I said, so yeah, I want everybody to know that. So even when I'm talking about the toughest things or roughest things, I'm really trying to get a new place, a new space of thinking about things. So when I'm hearing something, I can actually, that's how I'm thinking about it. Like, wait a minute, where have I done that? Or where could it be better? Or where is something missing? You know how somebody tell you a story and you think something missing. Just you walked in the room and everybody just started when you walked in. I don't know if I would have walked in that room. I don't know. And I do believe, that you can either talk it out or walk it out. That's it. I used to think you could talk it out or duke it out. You know what I mean? However your dukes go up is how they go up. But now I just realized you could talk it out or walk it out. Walk away from it. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, let me tell you, sometimes I will fall asleep. It could be, I might fall asleep in the afternoon. Who knows what it was? But I usually don't go to sleep in the day because it's really going to throw my sleep at night. But I have woke up. I think I did that to Sly 14 Karat, or did she do it to me? But I woke up and that little thing is up like block, report. I'm like, who am I blocking? Wait, who am I blocking? What did I hit? But I fell asleep, It happens. It happens. But sometimes the biggest people are the ones who say less. When I was young, my mom used to have us write lines, when we did something. Because we came to this era and this age where my mama said the best discipline is putting knowledge in you. So that when you get older and you come up against these things, you know what to do. So my mother would always have me write sometimes because I was unfiltered even as a kid. I just didn't curse, in front of her. But my mom had me write, silence is golden. Silence is golden. For years, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, it's like, okay, silence is golden, whatever. I guess it means shut up. I guess it means don't say what you think. Don't say what you feel. Don't be real. Don't be authentic. It never did. But then there were times when instead of going off, going in, going ham, pulling up, whatever it was I did, I sat still and I closed my mouth. In the whatever I did do or didn't do was better. The silence, not even giving them the power to know that it even was under me. I had a different power. I controlled the whole situation now. They was waiting on my move. Because how does it look if somebody says, and I'm telling you, they'll do this and they'll do this, and then they keep on talking, but I ain't did nothing. But yet all the stuff they swear I do is keep going on, but I haven't did anything. Matter of fact, when people come to check on me, I'm laughing, I'm dancing, I'm encouraging. They try to bring up that person, I don't even bring them up. They come, oh girl, I just seen Pookie and he was doing good. And I say, oh, that's good. That's good. They'll say, oh, he started that business, so he always wanted to, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Because he just like I know the bad, I know the good about you too. So I could prove that, baby, I really mean what you eat. Don't make me shit. You know what I mean? What gets you off will never get me off. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just these two different things. So I just live by that. But I do like understanding to this world, understanding of why people think this shit works. Why people do it the wrong way because the wrong keep winning. Why sometimes we do exactly to people what we're begging for people to stop doing to us. That's what it gives me is understanding. And like I said, as queens, as women, we already were born with a guard up. We were born with somebody telling them, be careful, they're going to do this. Don't let them do this. Don't stay in nobody's house. All these things. So we always try to protect ourselves, having your friends turn on you. Take your man, whatever your story is. When we have all these things going on, we already guarded. So it's real easy. Like I said, when you guarded, I came in your crib, and I hate saying your crib. I came in your life. I came in your life with a full metal suit on. And I was double-handed like Desperado, fully loaded, waiting. It's just like when they tell you, if you go looking through somebody's phone, you might just find what you're looking for, but it might not even be that. I had a guy go through my phone one day, and I was literally talking to my buddy, and I'm just on some honesty. I was going to get some green from him that night. And I said in the thing, all right, I'm going to see you when I get off. Don't you fall asleep. He said, I ain't, I'm up, I'm going to wait for you. That was the text. I had this guy hit me and say, oh, I already know you and him sleeping. I go, whoa, wait a minute. Because Danny don't eat where she crap. So Danny, back in the day when you had, when I was young, you had weed. I would sleep with. I never mess with nobody in my job because I don't want to see. Maybe I don't want to see you afterwards. I definitely don't want to see you every day. What if we break up? So it's just something I don't eat where I, what I'm saying? I don't eat where I crap. So some stuff I'm never gonna do. Young, old, whatever. I'm just never gonna do it. Let me see what y'all think. Hey, did Heidi come back? Hey, they didn't block it, did they? Oh no, he's here. Oh, go get your meeting. Get to work. Get to work. Hey, Fine and Happiness Sister. Hey, chatting with common sis. And like I said, so what I've done in this is, like I said, when I first started, I have no relationships with women like that, other than the sisters I got in my camp and my twin. But this has taught me. And so every time the enemy, and when I talk about the enemy, I'm talking about the one that lives inside of me, the enemy that destroys me. Every time the enemy tries to say, see, that's what I told you these women was like. I told you that's what a chick could do. That heifer, that bee, that skank, that hussy. I always say to myself, was I one when I did it? Or was I one when I still have a friend who did it once, but I watched her change for the better? And some may still be the mess. You know what I'm saying? But so I had to start. And so I've met over this in the chat content creators, good women. Now, if we went and had a camera on their whole life, will we find out they did some wrongs? Of course. They made some mistakes. Are they human? But sometimes wrong is how you have to learn. I'm from the show me state, so I guess I got to do it. And I'm not even from the show me state, but that's the saying. I'm from the show me state, so sometimes I have to do it to realize, hey, that is wrong. I don't even feel good about doing it. You know what I mean? But I'm always the underdog. I'm always going to stand up, even if in standing up. Because sometimes what people don't understand is when I'm getting close to anyone, I'm pushing for the better in them. That's it. And maybe the better in you will show somebody else because you might have a relationship with them I don't have. But in the same thing, you all are showing me the better in me. Because see, I'm not just here to give it. I'm here to take it. I'm here to feel it. I'm here to embrace it. So for me, that's what it's all about. So see, like I can tell you, I can get to the nitty-gritty. I can tell you a story that was sad. We're going to get back to it and how I built off of that. Because see, some of us just want to give us the bad, but what's the end game? How do I make it out? How do I not have to deal with that? How do I survive? Somebody give me that. That's how, so that's it. Like I said, the game they said was to be sold. You know why? Because most people won't buy it. But here's what you should know also. When it's for free, most people won't even hear it. They won't. Then one day that just happened to hear it. And it'll remind them that it was already planted in you. Some of the people that gave me the, selfie queen, hey, my sister. And let me tell you something. Not one of you as my sister is different than the other I'm calling my sister. Because see, there has to be, we're going to call it the traveling pants. There has to be a unity of the sisters. We are the backbone of the world. We are the carriers of life. We are the, what is it called when you get, maternal instinct. And they say the women, as soon as you have a baby, or as soon as you get one, or as soon as you're around a child, just like an animal, a bear, a mother lion knows what is a baby and a child. Even dogs, they know when a kid done walked in the room. And that's something we have as women. And our struggles are all different in our fights, but combined together, you'll show a power bigger than anything else. We could stop wars. We could change the world. But we got to, learn how to first come together. We have to. We have to. And when we stand together, we'll win. Everything will change. Just like it's so many women through here, subscribers and everything, and content creators, that if they put their feet all down together, oh, you want to see some stand up. Oh, you'll see some stand up. So, like I said, so for me, that's all I'm trying to do is be better with me and shine this light in me that's been so dim, been so off. Like I said, I took the batteries out the flashlight and said, I don't need it. We don't have no blackouts over here. But I was sitting in the dark. I was sitting in the dark, swearing I was surrounded by light because I had money. Because I had, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want these old material, stupid things that cloud everybody chasing. Oh, I got it. Oh, you're doing a macrame live tonight at 10:30? Okay. Okay, finding happiness within recovery says she's doing a macrame live tonight. And I went to her last one last week. It was very interesting. It was very interesting. It made me think about, I want to figure out how to do that so I can make one for my mom. All of my family are super green thumbs. They're super into plants and everything else. And I'm like the one who could kill a fake plant. And my mother say, how did you kill the fake plant, Dennis? I don't even know. That's okay. Hey, you know what? We all make mistakes. We all knew. We know your heart, Susan. So we know that was not a, we definitely knew that they weren't getting blocked for saying hello. See how we all came together? Susan, it must be an accident. What's going on, Susan? You're on the hit and delete block button. We gotta fix it. No, we good. We good. All these queens in the building. And so many content creators in here. With all these content creators, you have a platform, you have a voice, we have great mods and great subscribers. I mean, these are all voices. And sometimes I'm listening to people in the chat, and I mean, you're like, wow, you're a great person. I mean, Crazy Cat Mom was saying how she takes circus animals and these other animals that most people probably put down, and she keeps them to the end of their life. How beautiful. How beautiful. Because that is a living thing. That is a part of this circle we call life. You know what I mean? Everything is important. We all are important. And I can't say because I don't like your actions or I hate your ways, not you. I hate what you're doing and your behaviors, that I need you to lose, because I have to remember in your loss, there's going to be some innocent casualties that are going to go down with you. I have to know that. I have to know that Ricky not the only one who was doing fine. Ricky from Boys in the Hood. And he ends, and he gets the one, not his brother. I have to know that. So, like I said, that's change. And I'm not afraid to say it. What I don't do is I try not to go into anyone's and speak where suddenly you're going to try to pull me into the dark with you. You can't pull me in the dark. You can't. You can't. Because anytime my question is, I stop and I got to pull this together. I have to pull this together. And if for no other reason, I have to think about my daughter and I have to think about my granddaughter in these fights and where it's going to lead them. And then I have to think about my sons and think, what if one day they mess with one of these messy chicks and it brings it to their front door and he don't even see it coming. Nah, I don't want to be a part of that, period. I don't. Hey, Big Bad Will. Oh, you used to macrame? I had never heard of it. I heard the word, but I didn't know exactly what it was. So, like I said, once again, there's people on here giving out knowledge and information. And hey, remember, because these are YouTube streets, you could bend and grin wherever you want. So you can say, it's a little dark over here. Let me go over here. They're having a party. Let me fiesta and dance over here. Let me just go and watch some music. You know what? I feel like being on YouTube today, so I'm just going to watch my show on there. Catch a free movie they got. So you could do whatever you like. You could do whatever you like. Oh, you didn't say circus animals? Wait, which animals did you say? Because I want to know. Because I wanted them to know. Because I thought, wow, you're such a great person. Oh, you just like to see them free because we were talking about how circus. Yeah, I told you why I had to give up on the circus. So now I really want to go to that. They're in Vegas. They've been there for a few years. What's the circus where it's just all people? Circus Olay? Is that Circus Olay? I've always wanted to go see that. Like I watched a movie on how they got started, a little documentary on how they got started and what they were doing. And oh my God, some of them are so just flexible. But I've always wanted to go to one of their circus. I think it's Circus Olay. But yeah, I really okay. We were just talking in that chat about see because sometimes you're holding so many conversations. But yeah, I know you protect animals though. I know you're a good person. Like I said, it's great people on here. And like I said, we've all done something wrong. So I'm not here for that. I'm not your judge and jury. And like I said, if tomorrow you go, I'm not gonna get a call from whatever you believe in. Like, hey, Danny, what you think? They going up or down? Never. And if I go tomorrow or tonight, I'm not gonna get up there and be like, well, you know what? Susan was doing it too. And she did it longer than me. I only did it once. She did it 6 times. No, baby, that's not how it goes. That's not how the world goes. It's not. And like I said, the only choice you have to make in this world is the choice that you can stand in. That's it. You got a free choice. If God gave us a free choice, you better know nobody else can change that. Like he giving me free will. So nobody can make me do anything, period. If you do it, it's a part of you wanting to do it. And that's fine too, because you got to learn. And maybe you from that show me stay like me and you had to do it so you could come out of it. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm definitely never praying for anyone's downfall. Anyone's. And I just wish one day we can, at least subside some of this pain. Because like I said, even if we stop here, it's going on everywhere around here. It's going on in thousands of places. You think see what we think is because it was here and what you know that was the only live that was going on all night and it was this or that somebody didn't have this many bashes and somebody wasn't defending themselves and somebody wasn't dogging out somebody and giving out their all going on everywhere. Because it's a way people move. So that I know. Hey T and Michelle, hey sis. Oh, the queen's in the building tonight. And I love it. I love a chance to have a second where no matter what it is, no matter what your color is, your weight is, your position in life, your financial background, the women are in the building respecting each other. That I live for moments like that because I lived in a life where it's not. You walked in the building, in the room, and it was some chick down and some other chick because she felt she looked better. It was some chick talking about, I'd never be that fat. Some chick was, I'd never be that skinny. It was some chick messing with her friends, man. It's just all these things of us dividing. And then our division shoot, like I said, I was so divided. I didn't want to know. I don't want to know. Just tell my male friends, like, I'll be cool to your girl because it's your whole girl, but I don't want to know her. I don't want to hang out with her. I don't need no new friends, period. Especially not women. I don't. But I tell y'all in hobby, the men gossip too. They used to wake me up so early sometimes with gossip. I'd be like, you know what, maybe I should get some girlfriends because this is just too early. I mean, he is up early in the morning giving out all the gossip. We have to. Because, see, we've been, like I said, one thing I learned, I remember one day, my friend who never watched The Housewives, like, she just don't like reality shows like that. She's gotten more into them later than she did back in the day. But I've been in it since it started, like the real world. Like, I've been in it since it started. All these shows, all these reality shows, every type of ones that led to over here, gone country, here, this, that. I just was super into them. And so my friends say, you know what I don't like about The Housewives? The only ones that fight and act a fool is the black one. The Housewives of Atlanta. I said, girl, that's how I know you don't watch it. I said, because really the message they're trying to send out to us is no women can get along. None. Care how rich you are, how powerful you are, what race you are. I done seen them all get ready to rumble. I done seen them all, not all, but in every one of them we seen gossip, betrayal, sitting back there like, girl, her husband cheating. He come, hey girl, how's your husband, girl? But it's to send out something, you know what I mean? So we'll all think like that or believe like they right. That is all these chicks are there. I never trust a chick. Because the more we're divided, the world can be just what it is. So I'm definitely with the empowerment of it. Like I said, truly I am. Truly I am. I have a million agendas in my life that I must complete in myself before I can even push it somewhere else. And that's what I'm on. So like I said, I could easily watch this and be like, ooh, hunty. Ooh, these women. I don't even know if I want women subscribers, girl, because they might turn on me. Come on, man. It's not a woman thing. It's that person. Hurt people, hurt people. People use the way they've learned to fight. And it's that simple. And some people never fought that way before until somebody fought them like that. That's true. I know that. And I trust in what I feel. Because I know one thing is people who, even when I was in my words, they say, one thing I tell you about Danny is Danny love. And Danny got a big heart. And I used to think, oh my God, they could still see that. So I have to trust in what I'm feeling. So even when sometimes I get the feeling like, sit back and just pay attention. And I do. And then I get an understanding of why I had to do that. And that's fine too. But like I said, I'm not on. Hold on, I don't trust Pookie because she's a snooky on a dookie. No. Here's one thing about me. If I say Lily is trash for recording her house, I don't care who you are if you're recording somebody's house. I'm gonna call you trash. Period. It's that simple. Because that's some trashy shit. But my home is my safe haven. It's such my safe haven. I don't worry about who come in because I know they won't come out. But it's my safe haven. Anything that fears the kingdom, then where do I go? You ever come home and know you're in the safest place you can be unless your home ain't safe? And you ever notice when your home wasn't safe, the world wasn't safe? What did I trust? What did I have if my home wasn't safe? See, I've lived in a place where even the parties in that wasn't safe. And I couldn't sleep at night. When we had a race war in the neighborhood I lived in, it was such a big race war being up that 2 nights in a row, I sat up all night in my window like Malcolm X, and that's not a joke. I couldn't sleep because the thought of anyone coming into my home. So now I don't play about nobody's house. I want your house to be safe. And I even live by the code. I don't care if I don't speak to my neighbors. If my neighbors aren't safe, I definitely ain't safe. So, that's just me. That's just me. That's me personally. There's no justice when there's no peace. So yeah, so like I said, oh no, when it comes to the men, they always like, then why do you go? Why do you watch it? I wouldn't even be on this. You should leave it alone. Because they watch your moves change. Like, dang, what was you watching on YouTube? Got you so. Ugh. Ugh. Wait, you can't find what you bought when you need it? Hold on. Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Finding happiness. Are you doing the macrame tomorrow or tonight? The macrame live. Well, I have my notification bell. I have my notification bell turned on, everyone. And we all are a place and a space, and I don't want every content creator to be the same. Because then now I'm really going to start picking who gets my attention the most. I want everybody to be different. I came to you for something different, you know? It's just like burger spots. I tell people all the time, to me, Burger King is nasty. Wendy's got the best nuggets. And McDonald's done fell off like bad. Well, I don't even want to use that online. It's just a phrase we've used in the streets for a long time. But anyway, they done fell off. Please. But they fries and that Coca-Cola is something with those fries. I was one of those people go get some nuggets from McDonald's, a burger from Culver's, and some fries from no, nuggets from Wendy's, a burger from Culver's, and some fries from McDonald's. Hey, if I'm gonna spend my money, I'm gonna spend it the way I'm supposed to, okay? The way I want to. Tomorrow morning at 10:30. Okay. I was thinking when you said 10:30, I'm like, wait, I thought fine and me going to bed early. I know she's not up at no 10:30 doing a live. Mm-hmm. Buying too much for crafting and never using it. Like I said, I definitely want to learn some of these new things. And like I said, that's the great thing. See how someone can just be on here and could be teaching me something different. Anything. Anything. And that's how I look to everyone. But sometimes it is all the same story everywhere. That's all we're talking about. Like nothing else going on. Nothing else. And that's not true for the world or on YouTube. But what's going on and down everywhere? That's what I'm telling you. If I start reading off my list, most of y'all gonna say, I don't even know who these people are. You don't need to because you obviously ain't subscribed to them. But I go everywhere. I really want to know. I want to see what all my co-workers out here doing. Who they are. Because their page is going to tell me a lot about them. Securely Human, hey. Paranormal Witch, hey, says. Thank you. You have a great day, too. Thank you for coming in and dropping that love. Thank you. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You got to go old school. See you later. I'm actually going to get ready to get out of here in a few minutes, too. But I really just came on here, and like I said, to say that and to just get to the point, like, hey, guys, all we can do is each one teach one. Each one be the example and be the light you choose that you want in the world. And that's it. That's the main objective. So even in the beginning, when you start here, that's not the finishing, because that's we all talking about what's going on. So whether you're talking about it in a secret group, you're talking about it in the chat of the live you're watching, you're talking about it with people on the telephone, you're talking about it. Okay, but what's the end game? For me. Here's the thing we got to understand. I can't change or make anyone do anything they don't want to. But the person I control is me. I control me. I do. And so that's all I'm responsible for. You know what I mean? That's it. That is it. And so, like I said, it's love up in here. You come up in here, you can get respect. You can. Because I don't care what you did in your life. But when you come up in here, just like you do with your job, leave that shit at the door. Matter of fact, don't even bring it on the property. Leave it in your car. Because since we've been around in our whips through YouTube, leave it in the car. I mean, matter of fact, put it in the trunk. So hopefully when you get back in the car, you don't even pick it up. Smile for a minute. If today was my last day, is what I did yesterday going to explain who I am? Because it might be the last explanation I have. And when you think of your life like that, something's going to change. Because I would hate for it to be the last thing. Because it'll be the thing I stood for forever now. So that's why I always ask myself, if what I'm doing today was left and I was gone, who's going to explain it? They just going to tell you say that? I've seen young men, sadly, post on the internet If I don't make it today, I just woke up. I woke up another day free and not in the dirt. In the same day they passed. And now all people keep doing is saying, oh, he predicted it. He predicted. No, he didn't. He might have just been saying how he felt because somebody he know might have passed, or he live in a jungle. So you got to be careful. We got to be careful. And when I do it, even when I'm wrong, I'm going to stand in it. Because sometimes I got to watch it back to change me. And I got to keep it up so you can see the change in me. Not because I'm doing it to please you. I'm doing it so I can sleep at night. I'm doing it so I can rest in peace. I'm doing it and I'm talking about rest in peace while I'm alive. And like I said, I'm doing it so if one day, when my granddaughter's getting older, or as I'm talking with my daughter, I'm not even giving her that kind of karma or energy into her life. Matter of fact, I'm setting a place where people with light will come in her darkest moments, even if it's not me. Because they'll care enough. So if that made me wrong, then I don't want to be right. If that made me bad, then I'll never be good. And if that made me a fool, then sign me up for the circus. Because I'll be the clown. That's just how I feel. So like I said, love y'all from a real place. From a place that know love can only beat out all this other stuff. And so I just, like I said, I came on. Those were my thoughts on that moment. These were my thoughts on everything going on up in here and what I'm going to do better. So like I said, as long as I'm sticking in that, show me different. And I'll even sit and listen. Won't justify it. If that was me, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. But like I said in the very beginning, it was going wrong that made me go right. It was being bad that made me good. It was leading people the wrong way that made me stop. And it was having no trust because I couldn't trust myself. So, hey, I'm thankful for those things because they made me better, but I ain't going back. Please, life too short. It's too short for me to do that. Because even if I live 100 years, it's still too short for me to do that. So, love y'all, everybody. Please have a great day. A good day. You know, I don't even like to like, share, comment when we live because it's us just chit-chat. It's us just chilling. Because this ain't about subscribers. This is about communication. This is truly what it's about. And I kid you not. I gotta take that banner off. I had put it on the last time, but I don't care if it's on there. I didn't, like I said, I really just want to bring some change. I do. I really do. I want to bring some change. I want to be better than I ever was by changing who I am. That's the first start. So, like I said, love you guys. Have a great day. Go listen to some good music. This is the first time I've actually come on here and not had music playing in my ears. But it's probably because I said, wait a minute. Let me just speak from the heart. Just completely from it. That's it. Because I told you the music will send me somewhere else and then I'll be speaking from this part of the heart, or this is just off the cuff. If the mood changed just a little bit, I'm boss enough to shift it back to what the real purpose is. So yeah, so please, anybody know that. I'm never gonna right wrongs. I don't sit in that, even for myself. So I can't do it for another adult or kid, a teenager, my dog. I can't. So like I said, there's some great content creators in here. Many of them are in here. Tending Key, chatting with conversations, finding happiness within recovery. Heidi Black. It was a few. I don't want to miss them because everyone's great in their own way. Everyone's great. Maria and Ann. But Ann wasn't in here, but Maria. They had a channel. So like I said, it's all differences, And what's even better is that we all are completely different, but yet we come together. That's how you get a bunch of bosses. All the bosses ain't gonna be good. You know what I mean? Some gonna have to bend, but part of being a boss is sometimes I just gotta make my point. So I understand that part too. But like I said, there's many of content creators and Selfie Queen Cindy. There's a few. Making sure that Miss anybody. And I promise you, if you are a content creator and not old school Patricia, these are all content creators. But if you have a content creator and I don't even know that, even if I see you in the chats and I know, please let me know that you have a channel because I would like to go see. I really do. I really mean that. So that's where I stand in that. So like I said, thank you. YouTube is huge. It's going to take all of us. You're going to have to go all around and make relationships. Because one day I don't know when I need to come through your neighborhood and I need to know it's okay. You know what I mean? So love you guys. Have a great one. I'll probably see you in the chat. May see you back here on my channel. About to go for a walk. Take my dog out. So if I do come in anybody's live, I definitely be dropping in the chat to say hello, but then I'll just be listening. So like I said, have a great one. Thank you for coming in here and respecting each other, respecting me, giving each other some love, and just continue that. If that's the mood you're in right now, stay in it. Stay in it. And if there's another mood you're in, try to at least find out what it is so that you can get yourself out of it. And that's it. That's it. Love you guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later.